welcome back to the channel, guys. Now, we ended off last episode saying that hopefully this episode we're going to get ourselves the Eternal Crystal or the Pegasian, or even both. Now, we're actually going to start the episode off with our 390th task, and of course we're going to do it Konar. But the main reason I'm doing this clip is because we just had a Skeletal Wyvern task and we got our second Granite Legs on the account. Now, they're 1 in 512. I still haven't had a Dragon Plate Skirt or Dragon Plate Legs on the account, but I've had 2 Granite Legs. But whilst we're here, let's see what our task is. Aberrant Spectres in the Catacomb. Oh, that's awful. They're deviant. Alright, we're going to give that a skip. Now, as you can see, the points aren't too good at the moment, but we've got a 400th task coming up soon, so that's really going to help. But for now, I guess we're going to do the Turaf task. I mean, it's an easy task, but hopefully after this, we're going to get a Hellhound task pretty soon. I guess I can't hate on this task too much. 2 Mystic Robe Bottoms and a Leaf Bladed Sword. That's some pretty good money for such a small task, in the sense that, like, it's not, I don't know, gargoyles or necreals. I'm happy. I'll take at least 120k out of this. And the herbs ain't been too bad either. 186 Hellhounds. This is the task. We get Pegasians or Eternals. If we don't, I'm gonna cry. Just took a short break from Cerb, because I'm not actually sure if it's server related or whatnot, but my mouse is, this may sound stupid, but my mouse is double clicking only at Cerb. So I don't know what the hell it is. My mouse only double clicks when I'm there, and obviously you can imagine double clicking at Cerb. That's just painful. Trying to prayer flick the ghosts, you turn your prayer on, it just turns off and you get smacked for 30. If it happens a couple times in a row, 60 HP just gone that you didn't expect. So we decided to do just some minnow fishing. I did get an easy clue at a beginner, but honestly I'm not going to do them because I'm not in the mood. And beginners and easies at the moment are, they're just no interest of mine. I'm not interested in farming them. No point putting them in the bank. It's just an extra bank slot. But we did get 25k minnows, so we are going to trade these in now. At one point, I do plan to build up a massive stack of minnows in the bank, but that's when I won't need food that I'll do that. I'll just slowly go there over time. We'll get like 100, 200k or whatever. Obviously, that's not a massive stack, but that's quite a big stack. Then we'll trade them all in at once. But for now, we need food continuously because of Cerb. So there's another 625 shark. Honestly, minnows is pretty good. Since I got to 82, I've already gained half a level just getting some minnows. So I come here every now and then, and I feel like minnows is going to be such a good thing in the future for me. The one thing I definitely can't complain about Cerb is the amount of experience you get here. There's 91 attack. Oh my god. So we just finished another task. We're coming up for our 400th task, and as you can see in that task we did get 90 defense. So we're now sitting at 90 base stats for all the combat stats other than prayer, or 90 plus. So obviously now we're going to change over to attack. Obviously we got an attack level whilst using the Zami Hasta, which is to be expected. So now it's all going to be on attack. That'll be the next 99 out of the melee stats, which is very exciting. Obviously, last clip you saw me get the Eternals. I'm kind of happy I got the Eternals, because if I got the Pegasians first, I was going to stop Cerb for quite a while. Because I'm not going to lie, Cerb, because it's something I can't continuously do. Like when I was doing Barrows, I hated the content, and it took me ages to get the piece I wanted. But because I could continuously do it and didn't need a task, it didn't bother me so much. But whereas Cerb, you need a task to do it. I don't know, it just kind of tilts me. You always see that number of how many Hellhounds you got left in your task, and you're thinking, oh, am I going to get a drop in that many kills? And I don't know, there's just something about that I don't like. And obviously, like I said, I don't enjoy Cerb too much anyway. But I'm glad I got the Eternals, because now, no matter what, I am not leaving Cerb until I get these Pegasians, no matter how long it takes. But let's see if we get a Hellhound task here. Greater Demons. You know, I'm going to skip these because I'm coming up to a 400th task. I'm going to get loads of points. Let's see what we can get. Okay, well, there we go. Let's see if we can get Pegasians in these 155 kills. So, obviously, we're still grinding out Cerb, and I'm glad I got this here, but there is 99 hit points. That's the second time I've got 99 hit points on RuneScape, and then later on, obviously, as you can tell, these are post-commentary. These were late at night. I went to get my 99 hit point cape. Pretty nice cape. It's got a few uses. I'll use it at things like Wintertot and places like that, and when I go for a Pharaoh Scepter. but here it is. I just love the look of it. The emote's pretty cool as well, but I think the cape is probably one of the better looking 99 capes. And after that, obviously, we're just doing our Slayer task. There is 92 Slayer. And this clip, obviously, it wasn't too long ago for you guys, but we've got 91 attack in one of the previous clips, and there is 92. The experience is just rolling in. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't done a live commentary clip in a few days, and it's because I'm on just massive tilt at the moment. I thought I'd have a quick talk about it. Now, I haven't actually got a clip of it. I didn't record it. Didn't have my recorder on at the time. I actually missed it. But it doesn't matter anyway because it's not that important. But we did get a second primordial crystal. Now we got it on 825 KC. It's the best dupe to get at the end of the day because I do plan to keep duplicates on this account, as you guys already know. I've kept my Zenites. I don't plan to drop them to an account to get bonds because I'm just not interested. I like bang value. I value that more than getting 14 days membership from a bond. Obviously, a primordial can get more than one bond, but you get my point. I don't mind. I'd rather pay monthly than use bonds. That's just my personal preference. But anyway, we've got ourselves a primordial, but as you can see, we are currently on 923 KC. This works out to be, on average, you should see at least 7 drops by this. I've seen 4. The good part is I've seen 3 different ones. Obviously, 2 primordials, 1 smoldering stone, and 1 eternal. The main boots when I come to Cerberus though that I wanted was Pegasians, and of course I haven't got Pegasians. But there's just, I don't know what it is. Going dry obviously is a thing in RuneScape. Everyone knows that people go dry for things, and so far I've been very, very lucky in this account, and I am so happy about that. But the one thing that really tilts me is I didn't necessarily go dry on barrows, but the one item I went there for, I got the second to last item on the account. I've only got 1 item left to get there, so it was just kind of frustrating. I hate barrows, and it happened at barrows. And I knew, I'd never done Cerb before this, but I knew I wouldn't like Cerb. I just looked at it and I thought, I'm not going to enjoy this piece of content. And I honestly, every moment I'm at Cerb, I am not having fun. I absolutely hate that piece of content, but I know I need to get it done to get those boots and just, be on my way. And it just frustrates me doing it. I think one thing that triggers me most about it is it's not like where Barrows was easier because there's no end to it. I haven't got to get a task. I don't use supplies as much as I use fuck all at Barrows. I've gone through 1,000 prayer pots already, pretty much, just doing this boss. And it just frustrates me. That's the most thing. And obviously you have to go get a task. And I might not get a task for a while in between tasks. Supplies is just, like I said, used so much. There's just something about this boss. And it's not the fact that obviously it hurts that I'm dry. But it's just the fact that it's something where I'm just watching supplies go and it's getting under my skin. I've got to say this to you guys because obviously you watch my channel, and I want you guys to know exactly how I feel when I'm like doing a piece of content, if I'm enjoying it or not. And I have to admit, I am really hating Cerb, and it's not just because I'm dry. I do want to say that I always said I wouldn't like the piece of content before I done it, and I gotta admit it's a piece of content I just don't enjoy. I'm really hoping I get Pegasians before 93 Slayer, but I can't promise anything. We've got 300k experience to go. We've got to get some Cerb tasks. At the moment, I've got like 124 prayer pots or something like that. I think that was the number. So we're at prayer pots. So we're having to go to Master Farmer. We're out of food, so we're going to have to fish in between every Cerb task. It's just kind of frustrating, and there's so much that I'm looking forward to doing after Cerb that I don't want to start. I just want to get Cerb done. I'm the sort of person, once I start something, I'm staying there until I've done it. I refuse to move on. And I kind of hate that about myself, but at the same time, in a way, it's good. But yeah, I refuse to move on from Cerb. I'm going to get these boots, and then there's just so many things I'm looking forward to do. We've actually banked 77 rune crafting. I have certain other things that I'm not actually going to say yet, but I've got certain things that I plan to do, and I'm just excited to do them. But Cerb, oh my god, it's just killing me. I had to do this clip. It's a bit of a rant clip, but I feel like it's a clip that you guys should definitely. Well, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with these words, but I feel like I should do this clip because it expresses my feelings and just a piece of content that I'm doing, just to show you guys that I really, really fucking hate it. Wow. You know what? I'm so glad we got one of these. That has made me so much happier. Now, we're just going to wait till after this kill, but I'm actually very much due for one of these. I haven't actually mentioned it in a while, but I've been doing Abbey Demon tasks. I don't really skip them. I may have skipped one or two. If I show you guys real quick, that's my 4th whip, and we currently have 31, almost 3,200 Abyssal Demon kills. That feels good to get another one of those. We just got ourselves 144 Hellhounds. So we finished Cerb. We done 161, I think it was 161 Abyssal Demons. Got ourselves a whip, like 10 kills in. Used all our RNG up. Now we get another 144 Hellhounds to task up next. Let's hope we've got a tiny bit of RNG left. Let's hope we get big Asians. But the main reason I'm doing this clip is I haven't actually spoke about it since I've achieved an 82 fishing and since I've started doing minnows. Now, I am so glad that I've actually gained access to this on this account. When I first ever done minnows on my main account, I thought it was such a good way of getting food. And ever since I started 9, I thought, holy shit, like minnows is such a good milestone. And now that I'm actually there, I should have been here a long time ago, but I didn't really need it because I did get so many manta rays from Zora. But now that I can actually just go fish minnows, this is such a good way of getting food on an iron. This is one thing I highly suggest that every iron tries to get access to, because this is definitely probably, well, I'd go ahead and say this is the best method of getting food on an iron at the moment. It is absolutely insane. And obviously if you combine this with Karambwans that you get earlier in your account, you've got combo eats with Shark, that's 38 in one eat. So honestly, I'm just so happy with it. Basically, what I plan to do is at the moment, I'm just getting food for every Cerb task. But once I've finished Cerb, I'll just come here every now and then, and I want to get a big stack of minnows. I think I might have said this before, actually, so I might have lied. I might have spoken about this before. But that's what I plan to do, is just get a big stack of minnows and turn them all in at once. But I'm just so happy that I have access to this on this account, because it just makes getting supplies, like food supplies, so easy. So I've been preparing myself for this Cerberus task. I've been doing farm runs, I've been getting minnows and whatnot, and I was about to make all my prayer pots. Then I figured, I don't know why I haven't done this before, because it's very, very simple to do. But I think it's only worth doing it with important potions, and I see prayer potions as fairly important. And that's using the amulets of chemistry. Now, if you guys don't know how these work, they have 5 charges, and every time you make a 3-dose potion, you have a 5% chance, which is obviously minimal, but a 5% chance of it becoming a 4-dose, which in the long run, you know, it's 5% more 4-dose potions. So there's no harm in doing it. It's easy to get the jades. So I've made like 11 of these, and that should be enough to get the prayer potions made that I need. But I just thought I'd update you on this because I feel like it's, you know, worth doing on an iron if you can be bothered to do it. Back aside, you know, like every other clip, I feel like in this whole episode, but there is our second smouldering stone. And yeah, it wasn't too good. I wasn't happy with that. But we continued on with the task. And from the way I'm talking, you guys might already be able to guess what I'm about to get and why you're seeing this. This is where I complete Cerb. Now, I actually had a very... I was really happy with my reaction for this, because a lot of people say they like the way I react to things and they feel like it's entertaining, but I really couldn't show this reaction. It was fairly early in the morning and I was listening to music, and well, early in the morning doesn't really matter, but it's the fact that I was listening to music and I didn't have my headset on like I normally do, and the music picks up in the background, and I don't want to risk me getting copyright or anything, because potentially the video could get muted, the whole video could get muted or whatever, or parts of it could get muted, and obviously I don't want that. So I've actually left the reaction out. But long story cut short, I was getting really tired because I'd actually been up all night, and then you'll see in a minute what drops. You obviously know what drops the way I'm speaking, like I've said. The Picasian crystal does drop, and I'm sitting in my chair and I just go mental. And as soon as I teleport back to my house, once I've picked it up, I'm like jumping out my chair and I'm rolling around on the bed. Honestly, I was so excited when I got this, because honestly, I hate Cerb, and I'm so glad that I've completed Cerb. The only time I go back is endgame with a T-bow and a Spectral when I go for pet. But there is Cerb complete. That is just so damn nice. I am so damn excited to be doing this clip. I have absolutely hated every moment of Cerberus. And the fact that I knew I wouldn't enjoy the content, I've said this before. And the fact that I actually called this when I started the account. I was like, one place I don't want to go dry is Cerberus. My account's been very lucky. I mean, it was due to happen. I kind of deserve it probably to go dry somewhere. It's just a shame that it was a summer I didn't enjoy. If I enjoyed the boss, I probably wouldn't mind going dry somewhere because, I don't know, I'd be enjoying the boss at the end of the day. The supplies from Cerb, from 1k KC, I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. I'm not happy to go dry there because I don't think the supplies are that good. But here are the free boots. They look so good lined up in the inventory. We've also got a spare primordial and 2 smoldering stones. Obviously, one of these is going to make an infernal axe. We'll keep the other 2 just for bank value. But let me quickly just show you what we've actually got through doing Cerb for this amount of kills. Now, the main thing that we're going to look at is, I'm trying to think. We'll just start with Wines of Zami. We had 5. We had like barely any, maybe 0 before this. Obviously, we got like some every now and then through Necreals when we bursted them. But we've got 558 Wine of Zamroks, which is a massive load of Herbal experience, and also Wines of Zami I don't have to collect. So that's a load of ranging potions. We're actually low on ranging pots, so that's really good. Sorry if I keep sniffing, by the way. I'm ill at the moment, but you're just going to have to deal with it. I'm sorry. We got 626 Torstals, plus a load of Torstal seeds. We've used some already, but we are pretty much sorted for super combats for a long time. Obviously, I will quickly mention our prayer pot stack went down to pretty much 0, and we got another 300 on top of that. We're up to 342 now, which is pretty nice. I'm trying to think what else we get from Cerb. Dragon Bones. That's actually one thing that's kind of added up, which I'm really happy with. We got 1k Dragon Bones. It's a decent amount of prayer experience. Obviously, it drops 20 at a time. Obviously, we've got quite a lot of drops of it. So I'm happy with that. I guess it's extra prayer experience. Another thing that's kind of nice is it slowly drops battle staffs. Not many, but I've been buying my daily battle staffs because it does drop fire orbs, which means I don't have to make orbs. I can instantly put these to battle staffs and alch them. And then pretty much everything else that is dropped is in this tab right here that's of importance. I don't think there's anything else I can think of at the moment. There might be something. Oh, there's lava battle staffs as well. We've got 24 lava battle staffs. We've got 23 from Cerb because I had one before. But as you can see, we have just under 2 mil worth of rune plates, 700k of rune full helms. Another one that stands out is 1 mil worth of rune chain bodies, almost 600k worth of rune halberds, 1.2 mil or 1.1 mil, sorry, worth of rune 2h. Just a lot of alchable. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go make all of the battle staffs that I can. And I've been excited to do this, but I'm excited to do agility. We're going to go alch absolutely everything. We're going to see what cash we get. Then after that, my plan is the elite Kurend and Kebos diary, or whatever it's called. Kebos, and yeah, I think it's Kurend and Kebos. There's a few things you have to do, there's loads of quests and whatnot, but this diary is pretty easy. The only thing we need is actually 77 rune crafting, so obviously that's going to be a grind that I'm planning to do. So it's going to be, this is going to be the idea of the grind. We're going to do this elite diary, then after this one we're probably going to work on finishing off the elite Fremenic, because we will have 77 rune crafting. But I'm very excited to do this, and I'm just glad to say that we completed Cerb at 1009 KC. I also forgot to mention, obviously since we've been using the Zami Hasta to do Cerberus, we've been getting shared experience across attack, strength and defense, and at Cerb we did get ourselves 99 hit points, of course. One thing I forgot to mention as well is we actually tried one trip of ranging Cerb. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's 10 times better to range Cerb with adamant darts and the blowpipe for me, but I just didn't want to use all the scales and all the darts. I got more kills per trip, so I used less supplies in the sense of food and prayer pots, but in return I had to use scales and darts, which I wasn't willing to do. We did actually get 94 range at Cerb, but of course, like I said, we got 99 hit points, we got 92 attack from Cerb, we got 91 defense, that was very recent, and we actually got to the point where I'm technically 100 strength. We're on 14.4 million strength experience. Obviously strength's not really a thing I'm going to get anymore, because I'm not planning to train it until I get, well, the only time I'll ever get it is from a bludgeon, but I'd say we got some pretty decent stuff from Cerb when I think about it that way as well. We're also closing in on 93 Slayer, only 229k to go, so the next grind for Slayer is going to be the Occult, which is a pretty dope thing to get. I've started doing my Hespori kills again, and I haven't done them properly in a while, but I decided this time just to, you know, considering I just got my vacation boots, I went to, you know, put them on. I thought I'd try range over blowpipe. We've got 112. We're adamant darts. Maybe we could be at personal best, but it doesn't seem as effective. Maybe if I was just to blowpipe the flowers and then melee the rest just to make it that slight bit faster, but obviously personal best doesn't matter here. There's 15k here. Let's see if we get anything special. And the main reason I decided to do this is because I actually want none of this. I want eyesore seeds, or however you pronounce them, because when I'm growing things like toadstools, I would like to grow them with eyesore seeds to not guarantee, but almost guarantee them not being diseased. Because obviously I've got a lot of toadstools now, but every toadstool seed counts, and we don't really want any of them dying. This should be the Depths of Despair complete. I'm currently working on getting all the quests done in Kuren that I can do, and literally with quick guides this makes this quest so ridiculously fast. Now this is absolutely useless to us, but obviously we're going to use it just to use it. This is going to give us a page in, I forgot what the book's called. When you click on it, you reminisce and you can teleport to I think it's Cardis Memoirs or something like that. Teleport to different places in Kuren. We actually need that for the diary. That's the reason we're doing these quests. I'm alching on the way, as you guys can see. We're up to a 12 mil cash stack currently. But this is actually where I'm going to end the episode. If I haven't already explained, I plan to do the Kuren diary, and then we're going to be closer to 250 quest points. So I'll finish that off to get another Slayer block. But I feel like this episode, it's taken so much time for me to get the content, because honestly Cerb has taken up so much of my time. But I'm glad to have it done so I can move on to more things. There's so much more content to come now, and I'm really excited to get into it. But next episode, you will see me moving on, and you probably won't see it next episode, but we'll be close to completing the Kuren diary next episode. We might even complete it, because 77 rune crafting it's not an easy one, obviously, and I still need to get loads of favors done. I need to get 100% favor in still the, I forgot ones I haven't got it in the Levikenj and Piscarilius, and I've heard those two are quite long. So I'm not sure if I plan to do 77 rune crafting for next episode, but you guys will see. If you guys did enjoy this episode, don't forget to like. It really does help me get onto recommended. If you guys have done Cerb on your Ironman, please comment down below what KC you finished it at, because I'm kind of curious what kind of an average KC of people that complete Cerb. And if you've got anything else to say, obviously drop it in the comment section down below. If you guys want a CC to join, feel free to join mine. It is just RNG Please. We also have a Discord. The link will be in the description below. Hope you enjoyed the episode, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.